Import Release service allows the release of containers from any service provider's location, that is either a seaport or a container freight station, or an inland container depot or an empty yard. Registered users such as shipping line, box operator, container freight station, inland container depot, importer, custom broker, freight forwarder can access Import Release service by selecting Import Release in Shipment section under Manage tab. Here, users having appropriate privileges can either create, edit, cancel, or print an import release. Everyone can search and view an existing import release if they are a nominated party in the transaction. In case you are unable to see the import release here, that means that you are not the nominated party for the transactions. Create a new import release. Ensure the correct location is selected, for example, IGT. The locations are available based on the logged-in user's registration information. In case a required location is not available, then please contact customer support team. On the Import Release landing page, click on the plus sign on the header. A form page will be displayed. The first section on the form page is Release Type. You must select the correct release type from the drop-down menu. There are 3 types of release: Import Full, Import Empty, and Movement Order. For Import Full, you need to also specify the trade type by selecting Foreign or Coastal from the drop-down. Based on the release type selected, the fields in the Delivery Details section are shown. Delivery Details section for release type Import Full and Import Empty has the following fields. Box Operator. This field is equipped with Smart Search. As you enter the name or code of the box operator, the system offers suggestions based on the registration of the box operators. Select the correct one. I select YML. Delivery Reference Number. Enter any delivery reference number here, which is personal and unique in order to later help you in identifying this import release transaction. For example, I will enter test 999. Validity date. Input the validity date of the delivery order for the containers. The import release will expire after this date and will then need to be revalidated in order to reactivate the transaction. Pickup mode. Specify here the mode of transport which will be used to remove the containers from service provider's location. Options provided are road, rail, and vessel. I will select road here. Nominated in IAL. Select the party who is nominated in the IAL from the 2 options available, that is CFS and ICD, or Importer-Exporter. On selection, the company code field appears. You can either enter the company code directly or search for it by using the search icon. The company name of the selected code will be displayed. I select CFS ICD and enter code as CON1. Bulk Release is auto-selected based on your registration and the associated privileges given by the service provider. If Yes is shown, then only Bulk Release option is available to you. In case of no, you can manually add containers by either searching for the available containers or adding the list of containers from your list. Instructions. Provide any instructions you may like to communicate to other parties nominated to this import release. These instructions will not be visible to the service provider or terminal. In the Nominations section, you can nominate other parties like freight forwarders, container freight stations, inland container depot, transporter, empty yard, importer, and exporter to carry out specific tasks related to the transaction or shipment. Here you will need to enter company type first. Choose any of the options available from the drop-down. I choose CHA, that is Customs Broker. In the company code field, use the search icon to search for a company by entering company name or code. Select the desired company from the result. Alternatively, you may directly enter the company code. On clicking outside the box, the system will verify the company code with its list of registered companies and display the company name. Use the plus sign to add multiple parties to the same transaction. Please note that in case a CFS ICD importer or exporter has already been mentioned in the nominated in IAL field of delivery details section above, then you will not be able to add them here again. Once the transaction is successfully submitted by you, the nominated parties will get an alert notification on their email requesting them to complete their part of the submission. The container details section is where the containers to be released can be added. Please note that the only containers that are received in the import advance list and not yet gated out can be selected here. There are multiple ways to search and add import containers here. In case of import full or import empty containers, the first way is by using the bulk release option. In the delivery details section, the bulk release field must automatically show yes. This depends on the privileges given to the user by the service provider or terminal. The user can then see the counts of all containers by size mapped to the company code selected in the Nominate in IAL field in the Delivery Details section. If OK, then please press and submit the transaction. If the bulk release field in the Delivery Details section is selected as No, the user can then use the second way to add containers by using the Add Container button. Clicking on the Add Container button displays an Add Container box. Enter your container numbers here and press OK. The user can also copy a list from an Excel sheet and paste them. The containers, if available in the inventory, will be added to the import release. If they are not available, then an error message, "Please provide valid containers," will be displayed. In case you see this error, you may contact the customer support team for further assistance. The third way is by using the Search Container button. In case the container numbers are not known, then user can click on Search Container button. He can search for containers based on any of the displayed search criteria, or just do a simple search to see all the containers available to him. User can provide multiple search criteria to narrow down his search result. Click on the checkbox next to the searched containers and press OK to add them to the import release. To remove the added containers from import release, simply click on the Delete icon in Action column. In case you cannot find the container, then please contact customer support team for further assistance. If you want to send any attachments related to the import release, then click on the Add button. Click the Browse button and select the document to be uploaded and click on OK. The document will be uploaded. The document will be available to all the nominated parties in the import release. To remove the uploaded document, click on the cross on the right-hand side. Please note that the size of the document should not exceed 2 MB. User can attach multiple documents to each import release. After completing the form, click on the Submit button and then on OK. The following message is displayed if transaction is successful. Import release created successfully. Next, go to eGate Pass to allot a truck. Please go back to the search screen and ensure that the import release is in active status. If not, then please contact customer support team. Search, View, Print, Import Release. To search for any past import release records, go back to the import release page. You can search by entering any of the displayed search criteria. In case you do not find the search criteria you are looking for, then click Additional Criteria. Select any search criteria listed here which matches your requirement. Enter search criteria and click on Search button. Search result will be displayed as per the criteria. You may download the results to your computer by clicking on the Download PDF button or the Download CSV button. The report in the selected format will be downloaded to your computer. Please note when the import release number has a red asterisk, it means that an action needs to be taken on it by one of the nominated parties. Click on the Import Release Number hyperlink to view the details. Here you will find the Print button on the right-hand bottom for printing the import release. The Print button is available only for import release in active status. Edit. An import release can be edited only by a box operator or a party nominated in the transaction. Only import release and status submitted or active status can be edited. Click on the Edit button at the bottom of the screen. The editable fields are displayed. Not all the fields are editable. The editable fields are validity date, pickup mode, instructions, and nomination section. The user can delete a container within an import release if the truck has not gated in and the transaction has not started. Click on Submit after making the changes. Amendment History. To review the previous versions of any import release, click on the History button at the bottom right corner of the Import Release view page. On the pop-up window, click on the Request ID to view the details of that version. Cancel. Only import release and active status can be cancelled. Go to the View screen of an import release. Click on the Cancel button at the bottom right corner of the view page. It's mandatory to provide cancellation remarks. Please enter Submit after entering cancellation remarks. Only a box operator who created the import release or system admin can cancel import release. In case an import release is partially gated out, then it cannot be cancelled. Import release status. Submitted. When an import release is created, in some cases it does not get auto-approved and needs approval by another party. In such cases, the import release is in submitted status pending approval. Active. When an import release is either auto-approved or approved by a party, it is in active state. If the status is anything other than active or submitted, then the transaction cannot proceed ahead and you need to contact customer support team. Expired. Every import release has a validity date. The transaction moves to expired state after the validity date. A user can change the validity date of an expired import release to return it to active status. Completed. When all containers listed in an import release request are gated out, the request status changes to completed. Partial gate out. When some but not all containers in the import release are gated out, then the status of the request is partial gated out. Cancelled. When a user cancels an import release request, its status is changed to cancelled. Queued. When an import release is created and the information is being transmitted to the terminal system, the status is queued. Failed. When an import release is created and the information transmission to the terminal system fails, the status is failed. Please call customer support team in case you need assistance in such cases. Thank you.